Lee. Oh, wait, what the fuck is this mic position? Give me a second. I actually have no idea what I sound like right now because not only is my voice borked, but I have not streamed at the new place yet. So I am set up, but I haven't adjusted any of my audio settings at all. So hopefully it doesn't sound too janky. But I noticed that like in some of my like recent streams, quote unquote recent, it's been a fucking month. In the last streams that I've done, all the audio has been borked too. Also, thank you everybody for 2 years of membership. That's crazy. Thank you. Don't know, but thank you so much for 1 month of whale curries. Thank you. It's been 84 years. It has. Sorry, I'm not gonna read through all the thank yous because I know I'm gonna be behind, so I do apologize. I just kind of want to chat because otherwise it's just gonna be a me thanking you guys stream, which is, you know, important too, but I know it's been a hot second, so there's a lot to catch up on. You're gonna hear a lot of that. You're gonna hear a lot of that, so if you are uncomfortable with that or you don't like that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what you're gonna hear because I'm still really sick. I'm still testing positive for COVID. I feel a lot better than I have been the last couple days. It's been a week. It's been a week. It's been actually a couple, like the last couple weeks. Things have been pretty crazy. Things have been crazy. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. There's a cough drop in my mouth, so if you hear that clacking on my teeth, that's what that is. Apologize. And yeah, it's been stuff. I don't even know what to say. It's been rough, but it's kind of crazy to think that I've been in this apartment now for 2 weeks. And only now it's like my first time streaming in it. Feels weird. Feels weird. I haven't really tested the setup, so I don't really know. Like, it's weird. Like, the mic arm is a little janky, so I might have to change that or fix that later. I don't have headphones on right now, which feels really weird. I feel naked. Without my headphones on, because I don't have all my audio stuff like 100% set up yet. Welcome visit soon, trust. Do you guys know what Miss Nova Aokami? she freaking texts me. And she's like, what if I flew there tomorrow? I was like, bestie, don't, because I am so busy right now. You don't want to be here right now. I was like, if you come now, I'm not going to be able to hang out with you. Don't come right now. She was literally like, what if I came tomorrow? And I was like, normally I'd be like, hell yeah, come tomorrow. But I was really, really busy. I was like, I'm in the middle of a move. I'm like working. Anime Expo was happening. People were in town. All this stuff was like happening, and I was just like, I just like physically, personally right now, if you come, I won't even be able to hang out with you. Like, I'm just so fucking busy. Like, I can't. And then I got COVID, so it's a good thing she didn't come. It's a good thing she didn't come, because then she would have had COVID. Yeah, no, it's yeah, staff messaged me earlier too, and they were like, so Leah, how are you feeling? You have like 50 deadlines that you haven't hit. And I was like, yeah, about those recordings. I physically can't. I mean, I physically could. Would I sound good in them? No. I would sound all nasally and congested like I do right now. And I definitely can't sing. So if there's any singing deadlines, I'm just like, those are just completely out the window. So I have a list of things that I have to do, and also a list of a bunch of messages that I have to respond to. Thank you everyone for all of the memberships. Again, I'm not going to read them out because there's so many, but I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you. And thank you for all the feel better soon. Thank you. So my AC's fixed. I want you guys all to know my AC is fixed. Hallelujah. Well, not 100%. Not 100%, but it's not blowing hot air anymore, which was the problem initially. So okay, AC saga. I move into a new apartment complex, right? And this apartment complex is a fancy apartment complex. I was like, no more of this bullshit. I'm going to go to a nice luxury apartment complex where they're like so luxury, and they have like a pool and shit and amenities and a gym that I'll never use, stuff like that. I was like, yeah, take me to one of those. I'm done with this bullshit. Cockroaches, no. So I was like, okay, I'm in the luxury apartment. I'm in Hacker Voice. I'm in, and then they have central AC. Everything's great. Then I get here, and it's like, have you guys? Do you guys know Google Nest? I have fucking beef with Google Nest right now. It's like a Google Nest thermostat, and this motherfucker has been giving me so many like, you would think, oh, it's like newfangled technology, it must work really simple, like it's Google, it must be good and easy to use. No, it's fucking no. For whatever reason, it doesn't want to connect to the internet, and then it also doesn't want to connect to my phone app, and then it also started blowing hot air. But I think the reason why it started blowing hot air is because Rumi-chan accidentally reset the AC unit, and because it was like not connecting, right? So she reset the AC unit, and I think what happened is when you reset the Google Nest, it asks you a bunch of like fucking weird wire related questions, which we have like no license or certification to answer. It'll be like, where is the O wire? Where is the B wire? Is your a forced air system? Is your house a heat pump? And I'm like, what the fuck are these words? I don't know what any of these things fucking mean. The only O and B that I know are like OBGYN, and then clearly it's not asking me about my OB-GYN. So I don't know. And then I just like I tried to Google, I tried to figure it out. I asked the and at first I told the maintenance people, the maintenance office, I told them what was going on, and one of the maintenance people, he like lives in the building, so he just would he would take pictures for me of like his unit and stuff. It was very helpful. But we were chatting, and I was telling him like, yeah, I don't know why the AC is blowing hot air, and he was like, oh, that's weird, that shouldn't happen, so we can send somebody up. And I was like, oh, I have COVID. And he was like, okay, we could send someone up after you get better from COVID. I was like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a good idea. And then I was like, it's fine, it just occasionally, so what happens is I would set the AC to like 70 degrees, and then as soon as the AC hits like 72 degrees, it starts blowing hot air. And it drove me crazy. So at first I was like, it's fine, I'll just wait it out. I'll just wait until I don't have COVID anymore. I'll have them come in and they'll fix it. It'll be fine. And then this is like, so then I'm like 2 days in. Mind you, again, I have COVID. So I'm hitting like 103, 104 degree fevers. Like, it's really bad out here, right? And then I'm like, it's so hot because of the fever already. I'm breaking out in a cold sweat, and then I'm also breaking out in normal sweat, and it's just like really miserable. And then the AC keeps blowing hot air, and I'm literally going fucking ape shit. And so I was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't wait for the fucking maintenance guy to show up. I started Googling, try to figure out how to do this stupid Nest thing. I can't get it, still can't get it to connect to my Wi-Fi or my app. I don't know why that is. So I can't do that. I fucking give up on that. But then I factory reset it, and then I just start guessing. O, yes. B, yes. Forced air, yes. Heat pump, yes. I mean, it was educated guesses because I did Google a bunch and I try to research as much as possible. I just figure it out. I'm just guessing. I don't know anymore. I throw it into the wind, and it works now. So, you know what? The moral of the story is just press buttons until it works. It still won't connect though. It still won't connect. I also switched ISPs. So I had a different ISP before, and I switched. So I had like Spectrum, I think, before. And unfortunately, we never got to try out Giggle. But I do have fiber now. I have fiber now. Woo! My upload speed is equal to my download speed. This is the future. I'm living in 2024 now. It's crazy. So hopefully streams shouldn't have any issues now in terms of connection. But weirdly, on the first 2 or 3 days, the internet would sometimes just suddenly cut, like the Wi-Fi at least. I don't know about the LAN because obviously I wasn't on my computer because I was too sick or busy. And the Wi-Fi would randomly cut out. I don't think it's doing that anymore, but I don't know. Crossing fingers. So this is a really good test stream. We're gonna see what happens. This is the first stream I'm doing inside this. I need to blow my nose. Give me a second. Life is hard. Life is hard. Give me a second. Oh no, you got COVID at AX too? I hope you feel better. What's crazy is that so many people I know went to AX and did not get COVID. It literally is like just me. And then I saw a bunch of VTubers got COVID, but I didn't even see any VTubers. I saw Poseidon for like 3 seconds and that's it. I didn't see anybody else. So I can't even believe I got the VTuber COVID, and I saw Poseidon like so early too. I didn't even see her like in the later days. I feel like I don't know. I don't know where I got it from because no one I was with got it. And I was helping out at a friend's booth for a portion of the con. So I was kind of working through the con, and nobody at that booth got it either. Nobody at the booth got it either. It's partially my fault. I was having a bit of a shift too in terms of my health insurance for a bit when the last vaccine came out. So I actually didn't get the last vaccine because I had been switching insurances. And I was like, oh, I'll get it once I switch over to my new insurance. And then I just completely forgot about it. Absolutely forgot about it. And now I am paying the ultimate price. This is probably the sickest that I've been in a while. It really had me out like completely for the last I think yesterday I was okay, but for however many days before that, like 5 days or whatever, I was just out. There were 2 days where I slept the entire day. My boss like messaged me and he was like, oh, like, how are you feeling today? And then I just like, I was like, oh, I'm feeling better. And then he was like, oh, so like, you know, about the thing that you were working on. And then I like fell asleep, and then I woke up and it was 9:30 p.m. That was when I tweeted about it. And then I was like, shit, I just woke up. I'm sorry. Because I kept telling him, I was like, oh, like, I feel better. I feel better enough to work. I can work. So anyway, he was like, oh, no, you can rest. But there were some deadlines this week, and I didn't want to make him have to do it. And I was like, I'm well enough to work, but I was not. And I felt bad because he was also like in town for a bit, and he was like, we should like get together. And I was like, yeah, we should. And then I was just too, I don't know. You can see that my brain is completely dead right now. I can't even like form a train of thought currently. It's been rough. You're working at the Bushiroad booth? What if I saw you? What if I saw you? Because I actually bought stuff from the Bushiroad booth. I bought 2 Vanguard storage boxes. Because everything else was sold out. I really did not expect the Vanguard stuff to sell out. I really thought no one was going to be out there buying Vanguard. I was like, no one plays Vanguard. No one plays Vanguard. It's going to be fine. And then I show up on the last day and I was like, they're sold out of everything. They're sold out of everything. What the fuck? So I just got 2 storage boxes, and even then I think they were sold out of most of the storage boxes. I actually should have checked the Shadowverse Evolve stuff. I only looked at the Vanguard stuff, but I just didn't have that much time. I also really wanted to do the Nikkei thing. One of my friends, he did the Nikkei thing and he got this magnet. It was so cute. He got the Dorothy magnet. It was so cute. I was so jealous. And you could get like a chime or like a crown or Modernia magnet. And I really oh sorry, there's something in my eye. I really wanted it, and it was just so one time I went, they were like, oh, we're all done for the day. And then every other day after that, I was like too busy helping my friend at their booth, so I didn't really have a chance to actually take a look or participate. There were a lot of really cool stuff at AX though, but I didn't get to participate in anything. I didn't get to participate in it. I didn't get anything. I'm trying to think of like a single like free thing that I got. I don't know if I got anything. No, I couldn't participate in anything. Anything that I did want, I went and it was sold out, so I didn't get it. And yeah, no. Yeah, the Honkai line was crazy. So on the last day, Rumi-chan did get to go. But they were sold out of she wanted the Jingyuan figure, but they were sold out of that, so she didn't get that. I didn't know they were selling Azure Lane stuff, because apparently my other friend was telling me that the Arknights, because I thought they were just selling Arknight stuff, but like the Yostar booth had a bunch of, like, it had Mahjong Soul and it had Azure Lane stuff apparently as well. I didn't know, but that area was really swarmed because that was the Yostar booth was like in between the massive Honkai Star Rail booth line and the Hololive booth. So it was like really, like, anytime you walked by the Yostar booth, you were just like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Like, I need to get past this as fast as I can. Yeah. So that was rough. I didn't get anything there. Actually, I just didn't really get anything in general. I bought a couple things from Artist Alley. I got some really nice prints. I got some really nice prints, which I don't normally buy. I'm not a print buyer or enjoyer, but I think in the new apartment, I'm very committed to trying to put up prints on the wall for the first time, because I have this like hallway corridor right in my room. It's like I have like a little personal hallway corridor, and I want to put up some prints and frames or something in that little hallway. I don't really know yet. I've never really framed anything before, so I'm a little not nervous, but I'm not really sure, like, do I buy white frames? Do I buy black frames? How big of a frame do I buy? Do I want a matte on my frame, or do I want it no matte? Like, there's so many things to consider, and I've just never framed anything in my life that I don't know what is good. So if you guys have ever framed your prints, please send me pictures. Send it on the Discord or use the Palcaries tag. I'd love to see how you guys have framed your stuff. Another thing I want to frame, so I was gonna like reveal it once I actually did it, but kind of want to like talk about it first, in case you guys do have like tips, or if you guys have done this too. Remember how I was asking what I should do with my Gundam boxes? So what I did was I got all my Gundam boxes and I actually cut all of them. I know that sounds crazy. I cut all of them to just have the artwork on the front left, and I'm gonna frame some of them. Just my favorites. I'm gonna frame them and I'm gonna put them on my wall, and it's gonna be really cool. But the problem is every Gundam box is like slightly different sized, So I might have to get custom frames or something, which would not be great. So I gotta figure that situation out too. And again, I don't know, do I want it matte? Do I want it no matte? Do I want black frames? Do I want white frames? There's just too many choices. Too many choices. That's neat. Well, I mean, like, I hope it turns out the way that I want it to turn out. I don't know. I'm a little skeptical and a little worried. Laminate them instead of framing. Okay, the problem with these boxes are that no matter how nicely I cut it, which I didn't cut it that nicely, it's a little like jagged on the ends. So I do want to cover those bits with the with the frame essentially. You collage a few of them together. Well, the problem is that I really want to do especially my master grade ones, and those are huge. The boxes are so big, so it's gonna be like a really already big in the frame, and then if I mat it, then it's gonna be even bigger, right? So they're gonna be like really large. But yeah, I kind of want to do like a collage of like, not like in one frame, but like multiple frames, and have like a cool art wall of like my favorite gunplas that I've made, and then like slowly add to it as I build more. But I don't know. That's just like, that's what I'm thinking right now. Sounds cool in my brain, but I don't know if it'll actually pan out, or if it'll just be like too expensive. If I have to like custom frames are honestly way more expensive than you'd think. I think you could get it at Michael's, and if you're like lucky, you can get those like 40% off Michael's coupons, and it makes it 40% off cheaper, but it's still expensive. But that's probably one of the options I'm thinking of. There's like some of those boxes that I just really love the art on, so I'm pretty excited to frame them. Oh god. Oh, I didn't turn on the AC because it's been kind of like cooler now, but it's getting hot. It's getting hot. I might have to turn off the AC, and too bad the fucking Nest doesn't work, because that means I have to go to the fucking living room to turn it on. Alright, wait, give me a second. I'm gonna go to the living room to turn on the AC. 1 second. Nocturne, holy shit, thank you so much for the for the $100 tip. I'm at work, sending a little bit of help because I know from experience how bad COVID can be. Get plenty of rest. Hope you feel better soon here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good day at work. Really, really, really appreciate it. That's insane. Thank you. Yeah, no, it's been pretty bad. I feel like, you know, there was a part of me that was being like an optimist, and I was like, okay, maybe this is kind of like the universe's way of telling me to like have a break. But the problem was that the break was too much suffering. There was too much suffering involved in this whole thing for me to call it a break. And I was like, yeah, nah, that's definitely not what I don't think that's what the universe is trying to tell me. Because I think if I hadn't gotten COVID, this entire week I probably would have probably still really wouldn't have streamed, because I have all those deadlines that I need to meet, but I also have a lot of people that were in town for AX and stuff that I could have hung out with and saw. But I didn't, because I was like, sorry, I don't want to get you sick. And there were like a couple times where people were like, oh no, it's okay, like I got COVID recently, you probably won't give it to me, we should just hang out anyway. And I was like, at first I'd be like, okay, yeah, sure. And then I'd be like, okay, first of all, I'm way too sick to actually be outside. Like, I'm actually way too sick. But second of all, like, I just don't want to risk it. Like, it's just not, you know, I would feel really horrible if someone got sick because of me. And it's been pretty awful, so I would hate if they got sick the same way that I did, you know? Life has to stop giving you lemons. Only so much lemonade a Valkyrie can make. True. Actually true. It's kind of like mind-boggling sometimes just how unlucky I can be at times. And I'm not a pessimist. Sometimes I'm very nihilistic, but my nihilism is much more like in terms of worldview. I tend to be very optimistic when it comes to matters regarding myself, but somehow it just ends up coming around like this anyway. Maybe it has nothing to do with optimism or pessimism, although some people will argue that it does. Some people think that, you know, you manifest what happens to you, but I feel like I am always positively manifesting. I'm always positively manifesting, so I don't know. It's been, I think this year or this past year, I guess, I don't know, in particular has been really unlucky. That's okay. Maybe it's just not my year. What is the year this year? Is it like the year of the dragon? I don't know if that has anything to do with... I'm not going to say what my zodiac is, because then that would give away how old I am. I almost did just now, but... and then I realized, oh shit, that would tell you exactly how old I am. But anyway, you know, like sometimes if like you're the year of the whatever, then it's not good. If it's the year of the something else and whatever, right? So... maybe it's that, I don't know. I'm not superstitious either. I really am not superstitious, but that, you know, I don't know. It's just one of those things, right? Or like the Mercury in retrograde, something, planets, something, stars. Ghosty chat, thank you so much. Everyone, thank you for the memberships. Man, thank you for the memberships. Thank you. I'm giving you your bad luck. I doubt that it has anything to do with any of you. Unfortunately or fortunately, however way you'd like to view it. It is, yeah. No, I don't know. I've been unlucky, but what's the upside? I'm trying to think of an upside, but the upside is I make my own luck. Yeah, that's right. I make my own luck. I'm just not really good at making things. I'm cooking, but I just don't know how to cook. I don't know how to use an oven, you know? One of those things. Yeah, I'm really just I'm just out here trying to fucking survive at this point. Genuinely at this point out here just trying to survive. But sometimes, I don't know. Like I said, I kept trying to think like maybe life is just trying to get me to sit my ass down. Like it's been too many things happening at once. And the world is like, okay, Leah, for once you just need to like sit down and like not do anything for a while. Except the not do anything was really painful. But, you know, still maybe that's what I needed. I don't know. I did sleep for like almost 24 hours that one day. I did sleep for a really long time. And every night I've been sleeping like 12 hours. Which is good or bad, I don't know. It might be making me worse. I don't know. Well, it probably isn't making me worse. Just kidding. But yeah, hopefully the sickness passes soon. I feel like I'm really at the last legs of it. Like, I don't know. But every time I say that, I also feel a little bit like I'm lapsing a bit too. Like, yesterday I was feeling pretty good. So I was like, okay, tomorrow I'll feel like 100%. And today I woke up and I was like, ooh, I definitely feel better. Like, I could feel well enough to do things. So I got to watch the Divine Season 2, Episode 1. I finally got to watch that, which was really nice because I hadn't been able to watch anime this whole time. And I started also finally, like, catching up on Star Rail Story. Like, I was conscious enough to do that where I wasn't able to do, like, anything for the last other couple days. So I was conscious enough to do that. And then, but I definitely still feel, like, not super well. My parents have been super nice, though, and they've been dropping by and dropping off meds and food and stuff, so that's been really nice of them. Rumi-chan got it too, so we're just suffering together, honestly. We're just suffering together. I do apologize for my lack of presence on social media. How old were the meds they gave me? They were like 2 years old, maybe 3. Could be worse. They brought me more meds today that were not expired, so I'm gonna go through those first, I guess. I told them, I was like, oh, the medicine you gave me was expired, so they brought me some more, so I'll go through those first. They also brought me, like, because I was like, hey, do you guys have extra COVID tests? And they were like, yeah, and they brought me COVID tests, and they were like, oh, half of them are expired. They were like, half the COVID tests are expired. They're like, yeah, use these ones first. These ones are less expired. My parents are like the classic, like, Asian hoarder parents that just have, like, a gajillion. So my mom gave me so many things that are probably, like, super useless, like a bajillion. She gave me a bajillion tea satchels, but, like, some of these I'm like, I wonder. I wonder. It's good to take breaks from social media. No, so what I was gonna say is, I've been taking breaks. I've been less on social media recently, not only because I've been so busy and because I've been just, like, so, like, tired from COVID that I can't, like, stare at anything for longer than 20 seconds before my eyes want to explode. But besides all of that, the other problem that social media has been posing is recently, I feel like it's made me pretty, like, unhappy. I think there's just, you know, things about social media sometimes that get to me. I feel like the For You page recently has just been so fucking awful. Like, beyond awful. Like, I get the worst stuff in my For You page on Twitter now. Like, I wish I had an example, but especially on my Vtuber account, I do look at my For You page quite a bit because in general I only follow, like, other VTubers and stuff, so I do look at the For You page to see, like, you know, things that I might have missed and stuff like that. It's so negative and so, like, just horrible. And sometimes it's, like, not relevant to anything that I've ever interacted with or liked. It's, like, uber normie weird stuff that I'm like, what the fuck? Because, okay, the reason why I do still look on the For You page is because that is where I, like, will find stuff like anime clips that are trending this week, you know, stuff like that, or like Gun Plus stuff, and those kind of things sometimes I will miss if I don't look at the For You page. So I've kind of gotten used to looking at the For You page more recently, or like memes and stuff. That's kind of where I see it because it's kind of hard to see that on my main feed. But recently it's like I just can't. I can't look at the for you page. It's like actual cancer on there right now. It's so bad, and a lot of it is just really. There's a lot of bait on there too, just like, yeah, like bait to get you angry, like, oh, I hate this person because they're stupid, and then it's just like everyone arguing in the fucking comments, and you're like, oh my god, this is just so bad. Like, yeah, there's a lot of engagement bait, and there have just been a lot of things that I have to like manually be like, please don't show me this again, or like I've never blocked so many accounts before. Like, I've never cared enough to block accounts, but I've had to start blocking a bunch of accounts. I think I blocked Elon, and then I was like, ooh, should I not have done that? Will he take that personally? Is he gonna like nerf my Twitter? Like, is my Twitter just gonna be dead now because I've blocked Elon Musk? Like, is it like in the coding? Like, if you block Elon Musk, your Twitter automatically, like, engagement just drops like 700%. And but anyway, but he's blocked. There's been a lot of that stuff. There's been a lot of other stuff that I've seen that I just feel like it's just kind of like Elon personally gave you COVID. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him, to be honest. Don't give him ideas. Like, it's been that, and then also there have been a couple, like, I joke about the 2-hour porn tweets that people post, but I feel like genuinely Twitter turning into a porn site, like, it's actually happening. And don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-porn, and I'm also like, you know me, like, I'm not anti-hentai. Like, I talk about hentai all the time. Like, I am a consumer. I can't say shit about hentai, but like, I want to see it when I want to see it. I don't want to see it on my For You page, right? Like, it's just so weird that I just see like the craziest. So sometimes it'll bait me because it'll be a manga panel, and I'll be like, oh, like, what is this manga panel? And it has a lot of engagement. I wonder if this is like from a new viral manga that's gonna be turned into an anime soon. And I'll read it, and it'll just be like, wait, what the fuck did I just read? Like, fucking page off of Metamorphosis. Like, what in the Metamorphosis is actually fucking happening to Twitter? Like, I literally look at it like, oh, like, what am I looking at? So yeah, I don't love that on my For You page. Anyway, I think that has less to do with my mental health. That just makes me annoyed or like upset. But I think some of the stuff that I've been dealing with, and like, just to be like completely honest and open, and I feel like VTubers don't talk about this kind of stuff enough, but I think I've definitely felt very isolated recently, and I know that a large part of that has to do with me literally not streaming, not physically being able to stream. I'm sure that's like a big part of it, like, surprise, surprise. But I do think that there is like especially when I'm busy, when I'm moving, when I'm sick, it kind of sucks to like feel FOMO about stuff, right? Like, you see people having a good time, you see people like doing things together, and you're like, wow, I wish I could do that together. Oh man, I wasn't invited to that. Like, that feels bad. Or like, oh, those people got to do this together. Man, I sure wish that I had been invited to that. Like, it's like all the brain worms, the toxic thoughts. And especially the week of my move before Anime Expo stuff, I had a lot of like friends in real life really, really, really show up for me. Really show up for me and like help me out, and they like really busted their back for like to help me move. And I had a lot of friends who like, I had friends drive a U-Haul for me. I had friends like load like, just do crazy shit for me. My friend, I think I mentioned to you guys, but one of my friends, he lives in this apartment complex that we moved into. Him and his girlfriend made us brownies for like a home, like, you know, because we had just moved in. I don't know, stuff like that. There was just like so much stuff that my friends in real life were doing and showing up for me for and doing for me. And then here I am, like, having brainworms about people on the internet that I don't actually know. Like, and then I just felt really ungrateful and stupid. And I felt like sometimes the internet does that to you. Like, it makes you stupid and ungrateful. And you might have so many good things going on in your life. And then it just takes like 2 seconds on social media to feel FOMO and left out and shitty and stuff. And like, why? Like, what? Like, you know, obviously there's a lot of people that I've met as a VTuber and a lot of other VTubers that I've met that are extremely wonderful people and extremely, like, I'm grateful to have met them. But like ultimately they're kind of like my online friends, right? And not to say that online friends are less of friends, but it is a different type of friendship. And to feel, and especially with VTubers, it's like really hard, right? Because half of it is kind of a business transaction, and if that can evolve into being like an actual friendship, then that's really awesome. But like, I'm sure you guys have seen all the lovely, speaking of Twitter discourse, all of the lovely Twitter discourse, you know, about like, what is it mean to be friends with somebody on the internet? What does it mean as a VTuber to be friends with someone? Does collabing mean that you guys are friends now? Like, no, it doesn't. And part of it is a business transaction. Part of it is, and again, it's great if that can evolve into something more than just a business transaction. But ultimately, at its base, that's what it is. And there is a lot of, I hate using the word fakeness because I feel like it's such a like catty word to use, to be like, oh, people are so fake, you know, like, I don't want to say it like that, but I do think there is that air of pretense that you have to put on, because, you know, as we've talked about a lot on this channel before too, like, there are times where you don't like your coworkers. Like, there are times where you don't like your gen mates. There are times where you don't like your company mates and they're like the worst person, the worst human being on the planet, but you on social media, you gotta pretend like you guys are fucking besties, because that's just part of the culture of VTubing, and that's just part of being a company and being a professional internet personality, right? Because ultimately your job as a VTuber is you are selling this illusion of like, you're selling entertainment, and part of that entertainment is this illusion of like, yeah, everyone in VTuber land are best friends and everybody in the company loves each other, and Gen, like, our gen is the best gen and we're all best friends and we're gonna like go to the grave together and, you know, whatever. But like, it's not true, right? And sometimes people have beef from before, sometimes people have new beef, but a lot of like what is being shown on social media, what's being shown on streams, it's like, you know, it tends to be, not always, but it does tend to be like there's a lot of pretense involved in that. And I'm not saying that anyone's fake for doing that, because I do that too, don't get me wrong. It's just one of those, it's one of those things that you're required to do. It's part of the job. It's part of the job description, right? VTubing's little WWE. Basically, it is WWE. It's actually just, it is WWE. I feel like people haven't really drawn that comparison enough, and they should. That's a really good point, because for me, it's easy to draw the comparison with idols, right? Like, in an idol group, you might not always get along with everybody in your idol group, but you have to, part of your job is to pretend to get along with everybody in your idol group, because you have to sell the group as a unit, and that's just part of the gimmick, right? But I feel like a lot of people don't really understand the idol comparison, so I think the WWE comparison is actually a really good one. Yeah, it's professionalism, and I don't think that anyone is being fake by pretending to be friends with somebody or pretending to like their gen mates or pretending to like their company. It's not being fake. It's not, and that's why I didn't want to use that word. But it is a fake relationship, but it is ultimately what it is professionalism. And people who can't do that, shouldn't be VTubers in a corporate setting, because that is part of being a professional VTuber. 100%. Being corporate, exactly. You have to have that air of professionalism. You have to be able to work with people that you don't like. That's the real world. That is the adult world that we live in. That's my day-to-day job too. Sometimes I have coworkers that I don't like, I don't get along with, we don't see eye to eye. Doesn't matter what, like, we have to work and we have to get something done. And with VTubing, that work just happens to be streaming. So you have to get that done, and you have to put aside the fact that you don't like this person and be professional about it and do what you can to do your job. Essentially. I ain't blow my nose again. Yeah, that's why, like, corporate VTubing is not for everyone, right? That being said, I don't think indie VTubers have it easier. Yeah, in a way, indie VTubers can kind of pick and choose who they'll hang out with, and that is definitely that's like really a bonus for sure, because then if you don't get along with somebody, then you can choose not to collab, or you can choose not to interact with them. Right? Like, that's your choice that you have as an indie. But the other problem with an indie is that it's a lot harder to, like, draw those lines, and it's a lot harder to expect professionalism from the other person too, because sometimes you'll have these instances where you're being really professional but the other person is not, and they will write a twit longer about you, or start up rumors about you and blah blah blah. Like, that would really rarely happen in a corporate setting, because if the other person in the corporation starts doing that, it kind of, like, it looks bad on them, and likely their company will not condone something like that. So, like, you have a lot more risk in terms of, like, what they can say about you in a public setting, and their lack of professionalism affecting you too, right? So anyway, lots of weird nuances to VTuber stuff. It's also, like, in an indie setting, something that's really difficult, and I know this as someone who's been indie, is that with corporate, like, if you meet another corporate girl, so as a VNU girl, if I meet, like, I don't know, a Pixel Link girl, right? Like, I know that even if, like, everyone is crazy, at least they had to go over a minimum crazy person bar. Like, they had to pass a certain minimum threshold in order for them to have been hired, and that helps filter out certain people that would potentially cause trouble or be weird or whatever, right? Like, there is a certain way of, they've been pre-vetted essentially, right? There's a background check, yeah, that has been had minimally, right? Theoretically, sure. I mean, of course, and people get past those tests all the time. It happens. I'm not saying it never happens, but it's just a lot less likely. And yeah, and there's more likely for them to have consequences for doing bad things. So you feel this kind of safety net of, like, okay, well, I'm hanging out with this other company person, but at least I know that if all hell breaks loose, probably they wouldn't do anything too crazy, like, because of, like, what they're allowed to do in their like corporate setting, right? Whereas with, like, an indie, it's you have no idea what you can get. You might get a sane person, you might get an insane person, you might, get someone who's catfishing you, you might not, you might get your next best friend, who knows? But it's really a shot in the dark, right? But I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I should do, like, another is corpo or indie right for you stream. I feel like it's been 2 years now since we've done the other one or so. And I feel like the scope of VTubing has changed a little bit. I don't think any of my advice or anything would change on that video, on that stream, but I think it could be interesting to talk about it again. I just think like people don't talk about it enough, and it deserves to be talked about more, because I do think that they both have their own unique benefits, and one is not necessarily better than the other. And that I also think recently people have been realizing too that it's I think for a long time VTubers felt like the only way to achieve success was to be corpo, and I think people are now realizing that, oh, you can actually be successful as an indie too, and are opting to stay indie instead of like aiming for corpo. I also think the corpo space has gotten a lot more competitive in the last year. Like, for example, getting into Hololive for somebody might feel a lot more difficult now than, I mean, it's always been difficult, but I think there was a time where it felt a little bit more attainable, if that makes sense. Like same with another big corpo like Niji Sanji and stuff too. So anyway, something to think about. It just is a really different space. I cannot imagine being like a new VTuber in 2024. Like, I can't imagine what that's like. It must be really, really difficult. It's one thing if you're like transitioning in 2024, like if you're like going from indie to corpo to indie, or if you're like re-debuting and you've like been around for a while. But being a new VTuber in 2024, I really empathize for those people, because that must be really difficult to break in now. I mean, I've been VTubing since, like, you know, obviously just like in general since 2020. So I've been around for a really long time in terms of VTuber space. Since 2020 was kind of like that was the time. That was probably the most saturated that it's ever been. Like 2020, 2021 was when everyone was a new VTuber. Like every single person was debuting as a VTuber. But I don't know, things have changed a lot, and a lot of things have become a lot more accessible. It feels kind of like the cosplay community. Like, I think when I was a baby and we used to like try to cosplay stuff, like you couldn't get wigs and shit. Like you would have to buy, I think Amazon didn't even exist. Oh no, I'm old. We would have to buy stuff on like eBay and it would like come from China sometimes. You couldn't buy costumes, you had to like make them. You'd go to these like weird wig stores for like normal people, and go to like Party City and try to get like, you would try to get certain wig colors and then dye them certain ways. We couldn't even use mandarake because we didn't have international shipping like we do now too. It was a time. I think, yeah, Yahoo auctions you could use, but that was about the only thing you could use, and there wasn't a lot of cosplay stuff on there back then. But anyway, yeah, you'd have to dye your own wigs. You'd get like a blonde wig, and you would get fabric dye, and then you would dye the wig. Anyway, the comparison I was gonna make is that, and then cosplay became a lot more accessible, and then you just got a lot more cosplayers. Like, it was so much easier to buy cosplay, it was cheaper to buy cosplay, and then you kind of had this crazy saturation in cosplay, which was awesome, by the way. I'm not like a back in my day, like I hate everyone who is trying to do something, you know, like, no, I think it's really cool, and I think it's awesome that cosplay has gotten more accessible, and I feel like it's just shown like how much bigger anime has gotten, anime culture has gotten, and all of that makes me incredibly happy, and it fills my heart to see that so many people like the same stuff that I do. Misma, Lyra Senpai's here. I'm healed. I need to be healed too. From COVID. I need to be healed from COVID. Not a cosplay hipster. Well, okay, unfortunately, a lot of my friends... So, I never, like, got super into cosplay, but, like, I have some friends who got, like, really into cosplay, and I do think that their sentiment is a little bit, like, back in my day sentiment, where they don't like the influx of new cosplayers, the new blood, but I think there's enough separation, because I think the old B cosplayers who still make their costumes, and a lot of it, okay, because I think a lot of the old B cosplayers, their complaint about newbie cosplayers, like the new generation of cosplayers, is that it's like not out of a place of love. It feels like they're just doing it for like attention or social media likes or whatever. But I'm like, no matter how good pre-made costumes are, it ultimately, when somebody makes their own costume, it's like such a huge difference. You can tell. And like maybe the layman can't tell, but I think you can. And I think that it's fine. Like I think if they want to farm clout, that's fine too. I feel like that's just, it is like gatekeeping. It's like if they want to buy their $50 Amazon cosplay for Genshin and wear their $20 Amazon wig, let them. Who cares? They're just having a good time. I think it's a problem if they start I don't know, talking shit to like old B cosplayers, but I don't know. I think it's fine, and I feel like the old B cosplayers, the skill that they have is not something that can be so easily replaced, and then they can cosplay cool stuff like VTubers that don't have pre-made costumes on Amazon and stuff. So I think there's like, you know, a lot of venue and avenue for those things too. I don't know. My brain is, I have COVID brain. I don't know. I'm just babbling now. I'm just babbling. Let me have some water. Anyway, I sure think Anime Expo this year with lots of people in really cool costumes wearing nice wigs and stuff was really nice to look at. It's always fun for me to see. I love cosplayers, so I love seeing all the different cosplays. I love seeing who everyone's favorite characters are and stuff. And then it's a sight for sore eyes compared to back in late 2000 back in the late 2000s when I had to look at a bunch of fucking Party City wig Ichigos and everyone trying to spike their hair like what's his face from Bleach, and people using Party City wig Narutos, you know. I much prefer the current era. I'd rather look at all the good cosplay. Good lord, I remember that. Yeah, Kenpachi, exactly. This is your first time going to Anime Expo and I loved it. Oh my god, I'm glad you had a good time. This was definitely a better AX. Whoever did the lines this year at AX, God bless their souls, because it was really, the crowds felt a lot more manageable than they did even last year or the year before. So it was quite nice. I didn't feel like I was dying the entire time. I mean, Artist Alley still felt like death, but it felt like slightly less death than the rest of than the previous years anyway. If you guys are in the LA area, or if you guys are like visiting for Anime Expo and you feel that 4 days is not enough, I would highly suggest checking out Frankensons. Not quite AX, but it's kind of like exhibit hall, but it happens like 3 times a week. I think it happens Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. It's out in Roland Heights. It's out in Roland Heights, but Frankensons is really, really cool, especially if you like TCGs or collectibles. They also have lots of like Gunpla and stuff too, so you can definitely check that out if you're in the LA area. Ohio, are you feeling okay? I'm okay. I'm not 100%, but I'm better. Thank you for asking. Sending positive vibes for good recovery. Thank you. Thank you for membership. Appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like I was really surprised because I was talking to PokePal and she was like, she didn't know Frankensons existed, and I was like, what? I was like, you didn't know Frankensons? You live you live in Southern California. I'm surprised. It's really, really cool, and it's pretty far for me, so I haven't really gone too many times. I went last year. Oh, I took Nova. I took Nova once. It's really, really fun. Highly recommend checking out Frankensons. And yeah, there's like a round 1 at the mall on the other side, and highly recommend. What else? I think when I took Nova, I also took her to Heidi Lau because Heidi Lau's at the mall. If you don't know Heidi Lau, it's like a hot pot place. They're kind of expensive, but they're really good. It's Faker's favorite restaurant, so you know it's good. Why do I know Faker's favorite restaurant? I don't know. But yeah, it's Faker's favorite restaurant. So if you want to eat at Faker's favorite restaurant, you can go to Heidi Lau too. Apparently Heidi Lau has like some kind of fucking secret menu where you can like tell them weird things like, your soup base is really good, and then they give you like a bag of soup base. I don't know if that's real. I saw like a fucking Instagram thing. So next time I go to Heidi Lau, I don't know when the next time I will be going to Heidi Lau, but the next time I go, I want to try. But I'm also kind of embarrassed. Like, what if I say that and then they just like look at me like I'm a fucking crazy person? Like, what if they think that I'm like a crazy person? It was like, your soup base is really good. No, they give it to you for free. And then what was the other one? It was like something about, I want to be a fairy. I'm not even joking. You're supposed to tell them like, I want to be a fairy, and then they give you like a magic wand, like a magical girl wand. I want that, but I don't know if that's real. I feel like I'm being baited. But it was, so it was that. And then if you say something like, I really like golden bricks, they give you the fried, I don't know if you guys know, like the Chinese fried bread that they dip in condensed milk. Apparently they give you that one for free. I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's real. But anyway, I was like watching this Instagram reel about it, and I was like, okay, I kind of low-key wanna try it, but I low-key also don't want to embarrass myself. Because apparently, like, the video, they had like 7 phrases or so, but some of them didn't work. They were like, oh, don't use this one because it didn't work. Like, they tried it and it didn't work. And then you can, like, I don't know. Too old to feel shame, do it anyway. No, I feel so much shame. You don't understand. I might have to end stream soon though, because my brain is overheating. I could feel it, like, I feel it overheating. Sounds like a puzzle in Pokemon to unlock the gym leader. It literally does. Find someone who doesn't feel shame to go with you. True. Ray, thank you so much for the Akazupa! Hey, Lily, I've been a while, and now it turns out you're not feeling well. I'm sorry to hear you're feeling under the weather. I hope this can help you feel better. I'm still super busy probably for the rest of the year, but hopefully things clear soon. Take care. Take care as well. I feel like, Ray, every time you come in, you're like really busy. But you know what? That's a fucking mood. It's an actual mood. But I really, really appreciate the Akasupa. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I am, you know, surviving. I am surviving. I'm really hoping that I'm better for my birthday at least. Which is in a little over a week. Uh-oh. I clearly have not had time to plan anything, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I'll probably buy a cake. And I don't know. I was originally gonna have like time slots and invite people to like play games with me and stuff, but I think it's really short notice and I really don't have the time to plan anything. So I will probably not do that, which makes me kind of sad, but I don't know. Or maybe I'll just like have a open mic and let people hang out or something. I'm not sure. It's been really hectic for me. I've been tired, so. The roast of Lior 2024. No, it's my birthday. You're supposed to say nice things to me. You're not supposed to roast me on my birthday. Gunpal showcase plan. So I am still planning that, but again, everything has gotten delayed a bit. So that'll probably, originally I was planning to have at the end of August. I think it'll still be okay for end of August, but I haven't gotten around to like actually announcing it or anything. So it'll happen a month. You'll have a month from when it's announced. Is that enough time? Maybe it's not enough time. I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. Isn't that every day? You mean every day's the day you should be nice to me? Yes, exactly. Oh, to be nicer. That's why we should play Fall Guys. Everyone's nice to you there. I do want to play Fall Guys. I really want to play TCGs on my birthday. It's my birthday, right? I can play TCGs. Or maybe I should like it'd be funny if I could build the not the aerial, but the prototype one and sing happy birthday. Would that be fucked up? Every TCG game online birthday marathon? Yeah, basically. I heard there's a new Shadowverse Evolve online client too. Yeah, the Liwurisu. Nice to you, then roast us stream. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at roasting. I'm like so bad at roasting. You guys are stinky. You guys are stinky. How do you like my roast? Oh! Hope you're feeling better, Leora. Thank you. My feeling. Oh, and I also want to do a watch along of that VTuber anime. I want to do a watch along of that VTuber anime that everyone keeps saying is me. I think it'd be funny. So we could do that, because at least that's chill. So maybe we could do that next week. Your autobiography, the Leora show? Oh my fucking god. The one about you. Oh my, but you're starring in it? What the hell? I think the clips are better without context, but I want to watch it. I don't know. She seems super unhinged. She seems super unhinged. Like extra unhinged, you know? I'm not that unhinged. I mean, I am pretty unhinged, but I feel like I'm decently hinged. Do we need to talk about the slime? Okay, well, I feel my brain leaving my body, so I'm gonna call it a stream for now. Maybe we'll do a watch along soon. Thanks for stopping by. I'm sorry that it's been quiet. I'm sorry that it's been really abrupt and quiet and all that stuff, but yeah, my brain can only handle so much. I was talking too much. I think I got too excited. It's talking way too much, and that's probably made me more fatigued. I probably should have taken it slower, but you know me, I can't take anything slow. Okay, I will hopefully see you guys soon. Until I'm better, I probably won't have a proper schedule. Probably. Mimi, thank you for the super chat. I missed you. I missed you guys too. I'm sorry again. I feel really bad. I feel like I haven't streamed in a month. I mean, I haven't streamed in a month, but it's just been. Just know that it's not by choice, and just know that I'm not wow, it's so nice I don't have to stream. It's wow, my life is in fucking shambles right now. Okay. Yotsu chat, hang in there, everyone. Oh my god, Eva, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for the raid. I'm sorry, but I'm ending stream because I'm sick. But thank you so much. Everyone go watch Ava. She is very sweet, and her burps are top notch. Her burps are something else. Let me mod you really quick. I've been watching some of her VODs recently while I was moving and stuff. Also, Chad Gear, thank you so much for 10 months. Thank you. The Vtuber. Ava also does some really funny hand cams, and she's also pretty unhinged. So be sure to go check her out too. Nate Monkey, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Thank you. I appreciate it. For those joining, Leoha, my name is Lyra Valkyria from VNU's first generation Symphoria. I'm sorry, I'm very sick. Normally, if I get raided, I'll hang out a little bit longer, but I have COVID right now. And I'm really sick. So I did today was just a short stream where I was catching up. I haven't streamed in a fucking month. So, yeah, but feel free to check out my VODs. I'm pretty normal. I'm really, 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 really normal. So if you like really normal, boring, say-so VTubers, that I'm the VTuber for you. 'Cause I'm just shut up about the tag list mod. Yeah. So you should watch all of my VODs if you like really normal, super normal streamers. Only the most normal. But also if you are under 18, please don't watch my VODs. If you're under 18, please don't subscribe. Do not subscribe. Do not hit that like button. Don't smash the notification bell. Rams, thank you so much for the super chat. Watch her Bunny Garden stream. No, the Bunny Garden streams, the eye tracker was malfunctioning. So, just as a heads up, just so you know when you watch that, if you're confused what's going on, it's because it was broken. So, yeah. Yes. Be gone fetus. Yes. Back to the womb from whence you came. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm sick. But thank you so much for the raid, Ava. I really appreciate it. Everyone go check her out. Give her a sub. And I'm sorry if you tell me that you're under 18, I'm gonna ban you. I'm sorry, that's just, I don't make the rules. Well, I do, but I don't actually make the rules. That's just how it is here. Under 18, you have to leave. That's just legal stuff, you know? Because otherwise I can't say all the say-so lovely things that I say on stream. To the womb with you! Off to the womb! Send him to the womb! Why does that sound like... Why does that sound like a good thing, though? Manga? Just kidding. Alright. Unbirth him. Okay, Gandalf. I'm gonna shut up before I get banned. Okay, Leo 2. Thank you guys. Bye. Don't get sick. Everyone wear masks and stuff. Eat vitamin C. Apparently probiotics are good for you too. Take probiotics and don't get sick like me. Leo 2 and bye bye.